The award-winning Cinema Classics is produced by John DeSando and Johnny DiLoretto. Listen to the shows and read reviews online at WCBE.org. I'm Johnny DiLoretto.
I'm John DeSando.
This is Cinema Classics.
It sure is.
I want to read to you a few headlines about our topic today. These are all recent headlines regarding Kevin Spacey.
Yes.
Kevin Spacey cost Netflix $39 million. Christopher Plummer lands Oscar nod after replacing Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey, Scotland Yard investigates third sexual assault claim. Kevin Spacey dropped the N-word on House of Cards set. It's this guy. What a mess he's made, huh?
It is.
What a wreck.
All right, so we know he was accused of sexual misconduct, and that he was actually literally pulled out of the film all the money in the world.
Not pulled out of it, erased from it.
Right, I mean, literally, right?
Yeah.
Erased, yeah. And
now, wouldn't that be a big pain in the neck if it turns out Christopher Plummer also assaulted someone and then they had to erase him?
That's only a matter.
It's just like, well, you can just erase everybody.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I mean, they should probably just not even put people in films anymore.
Could I read a quote from Kevin Spacey?
Mm-hmm.
Prior to the disclosure of his misconduct. Here's what he said.
All right.
It's so easy for us to misperceive and see the things in others that we want to see. And when we're wrong, and often we're dead wrong, we miss the truth. He's talking about acting. But I think that's appropriate for his life. We have missed that point.
Yeah.
Here's a guy, Empire Magazine in 1999 said was the greatest actor of the decade of the 90s, which obviously it's not true,
so
but for a magazine to claim that gives an idea of where he was in the pantheon.
He was, as far as character actors go, an audience favorite, and things turned around. You know, I can remember Kevin Spacey getting a lot of attention in the early 90s with movies like Usual Suspects, Glenn Ross, right?
Oh,
he was a guy who's on the fringe there, the character.
You're right.
The character
Seven.
actor. Seven.
Yeah, very good.
And then American Beauty.
Oh boy!
And what a great performance! And what a great film.
Mean, I even know the name of his character, Lester Burnham.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the.
Was it Burnham or Lester Burns? I don't know.
It's Burnham. It's Burnham.
Anyway, you know, that movie catapulted him to a level of character actor stardom.
He won the Oscar.
And I don't believe, and that's where I think Kevin Spacey's career goes wrong. Having won the Oscar for Best Actor and then thinking he was a star, because then he makes movies like these self-important movies like K-Pax, where he's like the alien, you know. Yeah. And then there was all the other Oscar bait he tried to do. What was the one about the shipyard or whatever?
Well, he did Beyond the Sea in 2000.
Yeah. So he's casting him. Wait, you know, hold on. What is it
talking
called?
about? Beyond the Sea. I can
No,
understand.
not that one. God, not that. I'm not that stupid. It's hold on now. I'm gonna prove to you you're wrong. Hold on.
Anyway, he plays Bobby Darin in Beyond the Sea.
Right, and that's what I'm talking about. So what he did was he was way too old to play Bobby Darin.
Yes, he was.
And that was silly.
But it was amazing to see him imitate Darin.
Yeah, he loves to sing. He found an excuse for himself to sing. The shipping news is what I was talking about.
All right, very good. I should have known whether to challenge you at the shipyard. That's pretty close.
I got close. Listen,
it
it was a forgettable film.
Well, now, here's one in your wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
2006, Superman Returns, Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I think he was a good Lex Luthor.
Okay.
He was smooth. He was sinister. He was funny. You know, it was kind of, in some ways, not a whole lot unlike his House of Cards character.
Okay, yeah.
You know, that kind of unctuous, insidious.
He's very good playing intelligent guys who are ruthless.
Yeah.
You know, and he does that very well.
Right.
Yeah.
And here it turns out, in real life, he was an intelligent guy who was ruthless.
Yeah, and he, I think, saved the Old Vic in London.
Mm-hmm.
He became their director, and now, notwithstanding their allegations of impropriety even then,
yeah,
but he brought prominence to the Old Vic again, and he brought financial security to them. He did some great things, and he brought his stardom to that theater company. So he did some great things. Now, to me, when he plays Sam Rogers in 2011 in Margin Call, that's again the kind of character we're talking about.
Yeah.
Ruthless, tough, smart. He does that really well. And then, I don't know. Then he has to do stuff like Horrible Bosses.
Yeah, right. Horrible Bosses. And did you see this movie Elvis and Nixon?
I did. He plays
Where he
Nixon.
plays Nixon
Yeah.
opposite Michael Shannon's.
Yeah.
Looking nothing like Elvis.
That's true. That's
So
true.
bizarre.
and I like him better in.
I mean, Michael Shannon's ugly.
he's
He's not a good-looking
he's
guy.
craggy and
I mean, he's
mysterious.
craggy and bug-eyed and sallow,
No,
and he
not.
looks nothing like
I
Elvis.
know. I know he is.
That is just a casting. Oh, now
Well,
I've been derailed.
And this has been and although he was expunged from his movie this year, he did have Rebel in the Rye in 2017, where he plays J.D. Salinger's literary agent. And I
Yeah.
kind of like that role for him, again, because he has to be savvy and intelligent and slightly ironic.
Right.
But the one in 2017 that I love, that's ignored, except I think in one category by the Oscars, is Baby Driver.
Oh yeah. We had this conversation the other day when the nominations came out.
Yeah.
I believe that Baby Driver would have received maybe a couple of more prominent nominations, if not for Kevin Spacey. I think Kevin Spacey. It appeared, earlier in the year, so it kind of missed out on that whole all the money in the world controversy.
Yes.
But I believe that it got snubbed because he's in it.
Yeah, it's after the more that we've talked about it, I think you may be right. It's such a darn good little thriller with,
It is.
with a sense of comedy in it.
It is. Now, see, that's a great. Here we are with that question again. Do you not see Baby Driver because Kevin Spacey is in it?
Yeah.
I mean, that seems absurd, doesn't it?
Well, yes. Maybe we should close out by just, as we frequently do, who are the actors he truly admires?
I don't know.
Well, I'm going to tell you, for goodness sake. Jack Lemmon, who was really his mentor,
Okay.
and with whom he appeared in Glengarry Glen Ross, right?
Yeah.
Then Spencer Tracy, Henry Fonda, James Stewart, Jack Lemmon, Al Pacino, and Jason Robards.
All
I think
great.
that's a pretty classy group of people whom he admires.
All great. And as far as I know, none of them have been accused of anything.
Let us predict. I will predict this. Kevin Spacey is such a fine actor. He will be back.
You think?
Yes.
Okay. You heard it here, folks.